I'm Muzzy Rosenblatt. I'm the CEO and president of BRC, the Bowery Residence Committee. We are at BRC's newest and most innovative development, affectionately known as Landing Road, where we've created a state-of-the-art shelter facility and low-income housing to break the cycle of homelessness, to enable our clients to leave shelter and find employment and housing.
BRC is at the forefront of really coming up with innovative solutions. From the safe havens to projects like Landing Road, Robin Hood looks to BRC as a thought leader in the housing and homeless space, and that is one of the reasons that we are so happy to continue to support the organization.
BRC are focusing on people, not just places, but people, and I think that's an important part of the work that they're doing.
Hey Darren, doing okay? All right.
BRC is a critical partner with the city. They're on the front lines of addressing homelessness every day. They're bringing people in off the streets. They're providing shelter. They're helping people get back on their feet and getting into permanent housing. And that's why the Landing Road initiative is so important, because it combines shelter for people who are employed or employable with appropriate support and training with permanent housing.
We create things because the data shows there's a need for it. Our clients were doing the things they needed to do. They were finding jobs, they were staying employed, and they were looking for housing. But the people who had gotten better, who were doing better, couldn't find a place they could afford. So you can't have a conversation about homelessness in New York City and not have a conversation about affordable housing, affordable to extremely low-income people.
We're not yet the city that we want to be in terms of affordability and justice for all people in this city, and we would be foolish not to honor moments like this when we have created a thin place in this tough city for those most desperately in need of help.
We realized at BRC we could be our own developer.
Instead of paying rent to get a shelter, we can use that same amount of money to pay rent to ourselves, get a shelter, and get low-income housing.
Obviously, the building is beautiful, and the notion that people can start in shelter and see a pathway towards independence by getting the support they need, that's incredibly meaningful in a time when so many of our New Yorkers are really having a terrible time getting the services and the affordable housing they need.
And what's so exciting is that it is an opportunity for people in the BRC shelters to move into permanent housing, and with the job training that's being provided to people who don't have jobs, but are getting employment through BRC's efforts.
Why is it important to do research on a company to know what it's about? Sometimes
Robin Hood loves to support Horizon's workforce development program because we see it as a pathway so that people can get the skills that they need in order to get the jobs that are gonna get them to a permanent housing solution.
The Landing Road shelter, coupled with our Horizons Workforce Development Program, has only been open now for 3 months, and we've already seen people move in and move out with jobs and with homes.
We've begun a process to create a fund, we call it the Way Home Fund, that will give us the resources so that we can keep this going, and not just ourselves, but hopefully others will follow suit.
We believe in innovation, and we felt the Landing Road project is a success.
Good to see you.
And so we think BRC has one of many models that we think can be replicated in other parts of the country.
Brenda and Kenneth are tenants here.
We give thanks for those who do the good work of this place, who will welcome people in need.
I couldn't think of a more appropriate way to officially open the apartments at Landing Road.
People who will believe in them even when they spiral down, that they will spiral up again.
Join me if you will.
We give thanks for all of the bodies that will come and fill this place.
1, 2, 3.
And we pray that all who support this place will be the support that they need to have the lives in the city that they deserve.
so you can get used to this.
It's so nice to be in my own place.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
There are places on earth where it seems that heaven and earth come together, where the sacred is made more palpable. And I think it means places like this, where people come needing a lot of hope and help, and people decide to meet that.
This is an incredible partnership. Something like this had never been done before. It required a really innovative financing model, and then it required people with finances to believe in that model and to invest in that model.
It's more than a village, it's like a little mini city of people it takes to do a deal like this. Multiple city and state agencies, multiple financing partners, philanthropists. But look at the result. That is really God's work.